Did you hear this? The fan slow down? Oh, yowza! Welcome back to Freeman's Garage. It's day 4 of the No Heat series. Trying to get the heat working in the 67 Chevy C10 Barn Find Stepside Long Bed 250 straight 6.3 on the tree so that we don't freeze our buns off this winter. So let's bring the C10 in the garage and see if we can't finally figure this out. And I remember last time she didn't even want to start to drive into the garage. It was a little cold outside. We had to winch her in. Let's see what she wants to do. All right. See what she wants to do. Ooh, I do have her choked. Well, I'll get out and open the choke all the way. If you recall, the choke is something that we need to fix because we can't open and close it from inside the cab, which is a real big drag. Oh, come on, baby. What is her deal lately? That's not... What is going on? And how could this battery... We've been having issues with that battery, too. So I got out and choked her. Let's see what happens. Interesting. Well, that sounded great. Alright, I got the charger on it. There we go. I put a little gas in the carb too. I guess the float bowl was empty. Man, I am telling you, a guy needs to continue to figure out how to organize things better. Or maybe sell some things? No. Actually, the challenge is the curb. Oh, did I tell you that we're on a time limit? We got a couple of hours to solve what's taken three attempts already. A guy's trying to get to a swap meet before everybody packs up and goes home. You don't want to miss a swap meet. You might come home with a Camaro. So we got 2 hours. So if we get this fixed on time, and a guy heads off to the swap meet, don't let me go without taking this chain off. Alright. Here we are again. If you haven't seen all the videos in this series of trying to get the heat working in this truck, there is a link in the video description, and the playlist will also come up on the screen at the end of the video. Okay, so we got power on. Let's start with this. The switch is off. Well, actually, hold on. Back up. Back up the milk truck. No power. Why do we not have power? We're just where we were, where we left off. Okay, we got power to our fuse. Now let's try where our switch plugs in, just for the heck of it. Look at that, there's power there. So just to refresh my noggin, because I have short-term memory loss, we've had this happen before, where we didn't have power, then we have power. And then we take our switch, and we plug it in. We did this a million times, right? See, look, now we don't have power, do we? Watch, we won't have power now. Not to repeat myself like a chorus, let's think about this again. Okay, so over the last 3 videos in this series, we figured out, okay, we got power coming from the battery to the fuse box. We got power going through the fuse, and then the power is getting to the switch intermittently. And we know the switch does work because we've got the power to go from here to the blower motor. And I don't think it's the resistor, because when we ran a jumper wire from the fuse box straight to where the switch plugs in, it ran on all 3 speeds just fine. If the resistor was bad, it would not run fine on all 3 speeds. It would most likely just run on high, and that's it. And then we left off last time with me thinking that maybe we just needed a fully charged battery. I don't know what I was thinking. But now that we had that trip down memory lane, let's try this. Let's plug the switch into the connector, and we'll put it on low. This may seem stupid, but let's do a full-blown wiggle test, and we'll see if it kicks on. I really think the issue is this brown wire somewhere between here and the fuse box. It's just one wire that goes up behind here and then down to the fuse box. That's it. And it might be where it's connected into the fuse box. Okay, so I just ran a jumper wire from the radio location on the fuse box directly to the switch. You can see I just stuck her right in there where the brown power wire goes in. The brown power wire that goes like this behind the instrument cluster and then down to the fuse box, which is getting power intermittently. So if we have low, medium, and high, that means that the resistor on top of the heater box under the dash is good, and that all the wiring from here to over there is good, which we've kind of figured out before, but we gotta work through this. Okay, so let's go to low and see what happens. Okay, now medium. Okay, the wire is just kind of loose in here. You can see when it's making a good connection. That's a nice sound in medium. Okay, so that's low. Medium. Okay, now high. I guess it could be possible that the metal tabs that you snap the fuse into are making a weak connection with the brown wire on the back side that runs to our switch. So I gave the fuse and the tabs that it snapped into a wiggle, and I removed the red jumper wire. Now let's see what happens. Okay, so we're in the off position, and we do have the key on and we have power. So that's a low, medium. Okay. High. Okay, now no medium. But high. See, now it's acting like a bad resistor, but it's not. Well, we definitely fixed our issue with getting power to here. I think now it's either something with our switch, or these two are just not making a good connection. They're not barroom buddies is what I'm trying to say. I want to try something here. I know this is kind of going back and forth, but I want to put the charger on the battery and see if that changes anything. Maybe it's not getting enough voltage. I doubt it, but let's just try it and see what happens. I just plugged the battery charger in, and After a couple seconds, while I was working my way back around to get in the truck, the blower motor started turning. Isn't that something? I got in the cab here and now it's not running. Well, there's medium. There's high. Okay, well now there's low. Let's cycle through it again. Off. Low. Well, it's not working. Medium. And high. Okay, well now there's low. So low's working now. Does that have anything to do with... Okay. There's a little bit of a connection issue here at the switch. See, what is that? It's the switch? Or it's this connection right here? It's one or the other. I think we pretty much got things fixed and good enough. What I'm saying is, let's get everything in the dash put back together. Get the switch hooked up to the lever that you slide back and forth to control the blower motor speed. We'll find one of those sweet spots where all three speeds are working. And we might be good until we hit a pothole. Got some fresh lithium grease on everything, because you always need that. Well, what do you know? So we fixed the no heat issue. Took 4 videos to do it, but now we got this problem with this here that's supposed to move the switch. And I think all this stuff is bound up. I finally got that to catch and move the switch, but then we lost power. So I came over to the fuse box and checked this out. Here, let me push on where the fuse is. Ow, it's hot too. Did you hear this? The fan slow down? Oh, yowza! Yowza, that's a hot says. Nice, huh? Off. Yeah, this is still all bound up. I'm calling that a success. We got it all figured out and it works. We know the resistor's good. We know the switch is good. We know all the wiring is good. We just confirmed that it is a loose connection inside the fuse box. Fixing that is a complicated challenge that we'll save for another day. And on another day, we'll also rip the heater box out from under the dash and get all those cables moving smoothly. So subscribe to Freeman's Garage and hang out for those videos coming up. I'm going to send you to the full playlist for this No Heat series. It's up on your screen right now. No Heat series, that's a wrap. I'm going to the swap meet.